So to make this card, you're going to need a piece of card that's 8 inches by 10 inches. And what you're going to do, if you put it so that it's portrait, and along the top, you're going to measure and mark at 1.5, at 3, at 5 inches, and at 6.5 inches. And then you need to slide your ruler down and do the same at the bottom. So you're measuring at 1.5 inches, at 3 inches, at 5 inches, and at 6.5 inches. When you've done that, you just take your pencil and very lightly join up the lines. I'm not going to do it lightly, I'm going to do it dark because this is going to be a template. But you'll see. But if you're doing it on your card, you just want to do it just as a faint line so you can just see it, but so you can rub it out later. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to turn it one turn. So along the top, you're going to measure at 3 inches and make a mark, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. Okay, so you're just going to make marks on the top. You're going to do the same on the bottom. So you're just going to make, if you just slide your ruler down, don't turn anything round, just slide your ruler down, and you can do the same thing. So you're going to mark at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 inches. So next what you want to do is you're going to take your, now you're going to score it. I'm going to draw it on so you can see it, but this is where your score lines are going to be. So you're going to score, so if you go for the 3-inch mark, so what you're going to do is you're going to score, if you imagine like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections you've got here, okay, going across. So the 3-inch line, you're only going to score on the top section and the bottom section. So hopefully you can see that. So I've just scored at the top and the bottom along that 3-inch line. On your 4-inch line, you're just going to score between this first line and the second line. So on your second section and also on your 4th section. So that's where you're going to score for your 4-inch line. On your 5th-inch line, you're only going to score in the middle section. Okay, so you're just going to score that middle bit and that's it. On the 6th-inch line, so the 6 inches, we're going to go back to the beginning again, and you're going to score just at the top and just at the bottom. Okay, so you should end up with that so far. At your 7-inch line, you're doing the same thing as you did here. You're just scoring on the 2nd and the 4th section. Okay, like that. And then on the 8-inch line, you're scoring across the top 2 and the bottom two, but not in the middle. So that's what your template should look like. So now what you want to do, obviously you've already scored these lines. I've just drawn them in. If you're concerned about it, then you might want to do what I've done, but just draw them in with pencil first, just to make sure you get the right ones. Right, so now we're going to cut. So again, I'm just going to draw it in so you can see. Obviously you would cut it. So the first one, you're just going to cut between the 3-inch line and the 7-inch line. Like that. Okay, the next one, you're going to cut from the 4-inch line all the way down to the 8-inch line. Like that. You're going to do the same again with this one. You're going to cut from the 4-inch line to the 8-inch line. And then the next one, you're going to do the same as you did with the first one. You're going to cut from the 4-inch line to the 7-inch line. Okay, so you should end up with that. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. So once you've cut all those, you can go ahead and score. Now if we turn it round this way, which is the way we had it originally, so you've got your shorter bit at the bottom and your big expanse at the top, you can go ahead and rub all of these pencil lines out now. It's just they're very helpful to do because then you know where to stop with your score lines. So it's better to do pencil lines, and at least you know what you're doing. Otherwise you're not quite sure where you're stopping with your score lines. So if you can go ahead and rub these lines out now. I'm going to leave this on because this is my template. Then what you want to do is you're going to fold your card. Now I'm going to show you my card blank in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write on here what folds we have. So I'm going to do M for mountain and V for valley. So these along here, all of those are all mountain folds. So that's a mountain, 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 mountain. This is a valley, as is this, as is this, as is this. So this next set here are all valley folds, and the next set are all mountain folds. Okay. So here's my card that I've already done. So as you can see, I folded all the front as mountain, and then valley, and then the back as mountain. So you should end up with that as your template. Okay, so now what you need to decorate, I'm just going to put that there, is you're going to need, now it depends on how you want to do it. I've done it so that you've got a pattern piece along here, and then I did a pattern piece there and here and here and here. Okay, so that's how I'm doing it. On my original card, you've probably noticed I didn't do it like that. I did it with a long piece here and then the two patterns either side. Okay, so I'm going to give you measurements for this one that I'm going to be doing here, not the one that I did originally. Obviously you can work it out. So what you're going to need is you need a long strip along here. So this piece along here, I'm calling this A. I tend to find it better if I can kind of divide it up into letters. So this is A, this is B, and these are all C, because these all measure the same. That's slightly different, and that's slightly different. So A, the matte panel for this bit here, measures 7 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so that's going to go on the front there. And then the pattern panel for that piece measures 7.5 by 1.5. And by the way, all the papers that I'm using today are from the Paper Boutique. Let me just get the rest out for you, then we can go through them. So they're from this Paper Boutique Once Upon a Christmas paper kit with decorative papers and designs and die cut toppers. I was given this, but it's a gorgeous pack. I mean, it's just because it comes with all the toppers and it comes with these beautiful papers, and it is very stunning. So anyway, so that's your piece that goes across the front. Then you need a piece that goes here, and the mat for this piece is 2 7/8 by 1 3/4, and the pattern is 2 5/8 by 1.5. So that will go on there, and that will go on there. We're going to stick it all down in a minute, but I thought I'd give you all the measurements in one go. Then you need 4 pieces, which are 2 3/4 by 1 1/4, and then the pattern piece that goes on top is 2.5 by 1 inch. Okay, you need 4 of those. Now, as you can see, I've done 2 that are one pattern and 2 that are a different pattern. Okay, so I'm now going to go ahead and I'm going to stick all this down. Right, so now I've stuck everything down, I'm going to go ahead and stick it all down onto the front of my card. Okay, so all that's left now is to stick down the sentiment on the front, and maybe to add a few extra bits, but I'm going to just stick the sentiment down for now, and then yeah, we're done. And there we go, there's the finished card. So I hope you'll have a go. Sorry I was a bit quiet tonight. It's quite late now and I'm filming this. It's almost midnight. I don't want to wake anybody else up, so I'm trying to get as close to the mic as I can. So hopefully you enjoyed this and hopefully you'll have a go. As I say, it's quite a nice progression on from the original, the triple step card that we did. Okay, so that's the original, and then you also can do it on its side as well. So it's just basically, you can look at it like that, you can see it's that, and then flipped and done the other way around. So that's all it is really. So yeah, so hopefully you'll have a go. Thank you for everybody who's subscribing. Please like and hit the notification bell as well, and then you'll never miss a video. So thank you very much. See you next time.